Hello there and welcome in this tutorial where I want to show you how to create a vignette in PowerPoint. Now this will be very simple because you can create a vignette which will be actually an overlay. So what I usually do, I go to Insert, Shapes, and I select my rectangle shape. For example, rectangle. Let's say that you want this over the entire slide. That's why I use a rectangle. So I'm creating the rectangle over the entire slide. I make sure that it has no outline. Okay, then I right click, Format Shape, I select the fill, and I work with the gradient. Working with the gradient allows me to create the vignette. What I do, I select only two colors. Then I make both colors black. This one black and this one black. Now, once you have them black, you need to work with the transparency. Now, let's work with the transparency like that. And you actually can see now the background is a little bit visible because this is already getting a bit white. The change you need to make in order to make this a vignette is to select the type to radial and the direction to center. This way, if I make the transparency 100%, the middle will be visible. I can also shift this color to make the middle even more visible. Now this seems kinda strong and the vignette is too strong here, so you can select also the second color and also work a little bit with its transparency. I'll up the transparency to this amount, for example, smooth it out a little bit, and you would have your first vignette prepared. Let me see how this looks. This is something like that. You can always extend it and make it longer to make the vignette a bit smoother. Now, let's take an example photograph. This will be my example photograph. I'll send it to back and look what happens. This is the photograph without anything, and this is the photograph with the vignette. You can feel the difference, and then you can click on it. You can go back here and make the transparency, for example, less, and the vignette becomes stronger. Then you can work with this color. You can make either here the transparency a bit different, and this creates like a filter, like an overlay. Now, let's say you would like to have this image rounded and a small vignette around this. So let me show you a trick. This would be my image. I'll go to Format, Crop, Crop to Shape, and I'll crop it to circle. Now I go once again Crop, Aspect Ratio, and I would like this to be a square, 1:1. That's why I select it like this and I select Crop. Okay, I want this person, this woman, to be in the middle, so I once again select Crop. Let me shift her like this. Okay, and this is now perfect. I would need to make this smaller because I wanted to show you something like this. Okay, Crop, and this is ready. Now this would be my image, which I'm using on the slide. Let's delete everything. Let me delete the image and I would have something like this. Now I would like to have a vignette around here. How would I do this? Definitely not with this one. I would go to Insert, Shapes, and I would create a shape to the same size of this image. I would make it like that. Okay, this would be a perfect shape above it. Now I would take this object, I would go to Home, Format Painter, and I would paint this format over. And this is it. I've created a vignette which will be exactly above this image. You can see this little vignette without and with vignette. It looks really cool and interesting, and it's super simple to do something like this in PowerPoint, as you can see. I hope this tutorial was informative for you. You can then grab the image, Ctrl G or Command G if you are on Mac to group this, and you have one group, but you can also copy the vignette and, for example, make different vignettes, make them stronger, work a little bit around with them, and just work with what you like. You can even duplicate those vignettes, and I would have a stronger effect like this now. Thanks for listening to this tutorial, and see you in the next one.